Sorry guys, the camera cut off, so this is part 2 of my Attack on Titan chapter 64 discussion, review, predictions, talk, analysis, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's a good thing because first off, it gives you guys a break in between, and second off, this one's going to be the meatier one. It's going to have a lot of meat in this one, and it's going to reveal a lot of stuff if you analyze it closely enough. So let's just get started. We're in the middle of the chapter already, page 31. So here's one of those things that always comes up, whether it's in films, manga, anime. There's always some sort of battle, and there's always one person in it who gets a little too cocky, a little too arrogant, a little too, just free-flowing, and thinks that it's just he's a macho man, or he can be very calm and not really care and be too very lazy, not really lazy, but not really attentive, and then he gets killed or gravely injured. The best example I could come up with off the top of my head is probably Harry Potter's Godfather, Sirius Black. And for anyone who hasn't read those books, I'm sure everyone has, so I'll go ahead and spoil it. He gets killed in a somewhat cocky incident. Anyhow, this is what seems to happen with Hongsama. She comes in and she's like, "Hey, both shots missed widely," and she's like, "You're the live fast and die fast type too, huh?" And Hongsama, she's all, I very much like her personality. She's this sort of crazy, she has a lunatic-like personality, just in the way that she experiments with Titans and the way she talks. And in this instance, you see her almost enjoying herself while chasing this person and about to kill her. And you see this panel where she has a smile on her face, and I think it's drawn really well. It's like she's laughing, and then at the same time, all of a sudden she's shocked because something just came up. And what seems to have happened is this person, the leader of this ambush squad, decided to shoot her harpoon out rather than her gun because she already shot the gun and she hadn't reloaded yet. So I guess Hongsama came in thinking she's out of ammo, I can take her. She shoots her harpoon out, lands it in her shoulder. The rest is history. You guys know what happened. She draws her in, because it functions similar to, I guess, Batman's cables when he flies around the town, I guess, where you shoot something out like a harpoon and then you pull it in so you like fly towards that area. In this instance, she's locked onto the wall and she pulls Hongsama in, and then from there, she chops off Hongsama's arm, I believe. Honestly, it's not very clear even up until this point. Actually, like even now, I'm looking at it and it seems like Hongsama's arm wasn't chopped off. It was the ambush squad leader's arm, but Hongsama still falls to the ground, and it looks like she's bloodied. And I mean, I don't know if she lost both of her arms because I can't tell from the picture. I think, now that I study it carefully, I think she still has both of her arms. So that's good. So it's funny because at first I thought that's exactly what I thought, and then I switched it to no, Hongsama lost her arm, and then I switched it back. Anyhow, we get to this page where 36 pages in. This is where it gets deep. This is where everything gets revealed, or not everything, but a lot of things get opened up. And I do feel like the author is making up some of it as he goes, but this sort of definitely pieces things together dramatically. Just such a very original, not necessarily original, but I was not expecting this solution or this answer to things. So just to quickly recap what's going on, basically Eren is chained in a location which is revealed to be some sort of sacrificial altar where anyone who gets endowed with this power or these memories of all of history get eaten by their successor in Titan form, and all their powers and memories get transferred over. And typically, most of the time, well, every time except for this one time, it was a royal family member who gets passed down. Unfortunately, it fell on Eren this time. And so they're about to get their power back. And it implies, I mean, he reveals so much stuff. First off, he reveals what exactly those injection things are. Turns out the injection things are some sort of formula that you can inject in yourself. After that, you are able to turn into a Titan. In addition to that, it seems like Historia has been injected, so she can now turn into a Titan. And one thing, here's a key thing. I don't know if it was a mistake by the author, but it was revealed that the cave was made by the power of a certain Titan 100 years ago. And obviously it's not man-made, but 100 years is kind of recent, considering it seems like this thing's been passed down for centuries. So we don't know what's going on with that. I guess it's just something new. And now it's been pretty much confirmed that the walls were also made by the Titan. The three walls, wall rows, whatever, all the other walls. And at least this man is saying, this real king is saying that they were constructed to protect mankind from the other Titans out there, using this Titan's power. So how does that even work? You got one Titan who can have all this power, such as create these walls, and has all the memories of all of history, and has decided to help mankind. Why does that make sense? It's like you got one faction of Titans who are against mankind, and then this random supreme Titan who's helping mankind. Something's not adding up here. And you got that serum that turns people into Titans, and then you got like those previous incidents in the past, like 20 chapters ago, where entire villages who used to be humans got turned into Titans. Then you got that hairy Titan going on. So it all seems to point in the direction that this isn't the full truth, and that most, if not all, the Titans seem to have some alliance with the humans, and all is not what it seems. And perhaps all these Titans were created as some sort of North Korean like brainwashing system, just to control the masses so that they don't fight with each other. It makes sense. Remember Commander Pixis, he said a quote about 20-30 chapters ago to Eren, which was very enigmatic, mysterious, and at the same time it's like, why would you say that? And do you know something more about this? And are you really on the good guy side? He said that there's a rumor going along. I don't know if it's true, but apparently long ago humanity decided to concoct some new enemies so that the factions of humanity would stop fighting with each other. That's what Commander Pixis said. It's very enigmatic, and also potentially the whole answer to all this, or a piece in the answer. Anyhow, moving on, says the Titan's blessings were not just constructing walls and stuff like that, and it could also influence people and modify their memories. And it's worded like this: influence the very hearts of people and humanity's memories too. So we already have that revealed. Something out there can modify everyone's memories, which is horrific, because literally anything could have happened before, and you could just switch their memories, and boom, they're almost like sheep. They can be taught anything. So it's ridiculous, and the whole thing's pointless. And then, as far as the influence people's hearts, we don't know what that means. Potentially turn them into Titans, we don't know. Then it's revealed that everyone, including Frida Riss, who had this power, once you obtain the power by eating your predecessor, you know everything about the creation history of the world. And for some reason, each one of these people who has obtained this power has chosen, for some reason, not to say a word about the past history of what's going on. Um, and that is very, very bizarre in itself. It could mean that, again, I kind of feel like this is coming, but once the truth is revealed, it turns out to be some ugly truth, and the only solution was to do this brainwashing thing to protect him from a higher evil, maybe humanity fighting with each other, somewhat like what happened in that film Watchmen. And then all at the end of the day, after Levy and the